I got your wig, ho. Ha ha. You're mad. Miss Wig. I got your wig, ho. I got your wig, ho. Miss Wigiana.
I will point something out, and I'm reluctant to do it, but I have to. And that is this. When we showed that piece of him with the microphone yesterday, it bothered me all day and I couldn't figure out why, and I figured it out this morning. I don't want to hear any more parents out there nervous about what their children are being taught, frightened by drag queens reading books to your kids. If what you saw him do did not disgust you enough to protect your kids, I don't want to hear from you anymore. You know? And
you were at that rally.
Well, I just felt like, you know what? All of that mishigas about we're concerned about our children, and not a peep out of anybody. Not the evangelicals, not the mothers against whatever. None of us.
Rubio,
and I just thought, so that's okay with you, but somebody who's encouraging your kid to read is not.
Right.
I just came out of the Chick-fil-A line, and this bitch just hit me at the end with, of course. I thought they supposed to say, my pleasure. Bitch, don't let the election fuck you up. It's supposed to be my pleasure. Don't have me up here calling the owners of damn Chick-fil-A over here, ma'am. Just because you got a black lady riding through the thing, this race shit, don't let this fool you now. It's supposed to be my pleasure. You done messed up my experience in the Chick-fil-A. Okay? Talking about some damn of course. My pleasure, bitch. My pleasure.
You know, you lie all the way. You lie.
Crouching.
I'm such a big guy and I get in the way of the...
Oh,
What are you
stand up.
getting in the way of? Oh, the camera. Oh, I see.
Oh my God! That's awful. That's not right. I can't go. Put your hat on and get out of here.
Sorry I scared you there, Jen.
I can't believe.
Don't ever do that to Anna.
But I'm breathing in right now.
Oh, no.
I gotta move along, guys.
Thanks, guys.
That was great. Thank you.
Well, Jennifer Aniston, Adam Sandler.
But I'm not going to go into it because I don't need another visit from the Secret Service.
When did you have one before?
Oh, about 6 months ago.
Why?
Take a wild guess.
Was it because of something you said about President Trump?
Yeah,
What did you say about him?
just the truth.
Which is what?
Read my mind.
Are you adding someone? Are you taking away anyone?
I mean, I love Jen. I think Jen was a great cast picking. Her and I are close. I don't know where the producers are at with when is enough of a person. So if it's 10 seasons or 12 seasons, I don't know. I like Gina and Emily. I think they're good. But I used to sit down with Kathleen French from Evolution and say, what do you got coming up this next year? Well, what do they say? I'm going to fight with Tamara, or I'm going to... There's no substance. There's no core of what... I want to be inspired when I want to watch a show. I don't want to come out of it so icky. I just think it's too much. But I'm also not a conflict person. I will defend myself when I have to. I just don't like it. It makes me sick to my stomach to have conflict.
I think there needs to be more of a balance between like the fun and the girls be connected and, you know.
It's so divided.
It's just been so much conflict that's starting to become Jersey all over. And it's like, I think if these girls can't make amends, I think you got to start over.
Right,
because it's getting
tiresome to watch.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh God, another fight, another reason, another throwing napkin, another, I don't like it. I don't like it. I've never been proud of that.
Have you been spent any time with Katie Janela?
No, I haven't.
I like her.
Do you?
I like her and Jennifer. I think they're both really great new additions. And I like Emily, and I do like Emily, and I think Gina's good as well.
Emily came to the last our Ontario Dos Amigas show, and she came up on the stage, and she was great.
Yeah.
You know, and I had just met her on your show, so it was.
So specifically, who are you keeping, and who are you getting rid of?
Well, I would definitely get rid of Tamara. I think enough is enough with this throwing napkins and FBI hats and going into people's junk. I just think it's enough is enough. And she knows I've felt that way. It's not because I'm not on and she is. I just think enough is enough. And everybody I talk to say it's too much with her. She's always in people's stuff, but she doesn't want anybody in her stuff. So I like everybody on the show. I don't want to call names out because then they're going to call me and text me and tell me,
okay, I see.
But I think a change needs to happen, which is what they did with Katie and Jen. I think they did good. The casting did good with that. I don't know why Heather's doing it. I mean, to me,
it's not making sense with her being. I like her on the show.
I like her. I like her as a human.
Where are you living? Are you in LA? Are you in Orange County?
On the show, most people in this lifespan that we're in, we do it for the money and for the fame and for, notoriety and such. She's got all that.
Queens, bitch, you cannot stand beside me and say you're a queen, huh? In what way? How you a queen? I want to hear this shit. Any bitch on here. Because I asked you dirty ass. Ugh. Every bitch on here, I just wish you just die today. Why don't you just die? Fall the fuck off and die. Get in a car accident, just die. Get out my face. I gave you dirty ass slut bucket bitches all opportunity to win. I can't keep fucking hanging around you.
Let me read this quick little thing.
All right, go ahead.
Because I know I talked about, you asked me how I felt, and I was like, man, I feel buried alive, But I don't like to scramble on it, so this is what I was going to tell you. When you're buried alive, the one who buried you is not going to put your name on some tombstone. Why? Because they're not going to want anybody to know you're buried. That way, people won't even know to grieve over you. Because if they don't ever realize you're buried alive, they won't be peeking around for answers as to what happened to you. They would have no need for closure, which would make a full investigation the furthest thing from their minds. In other words, what this BOP Officer A and Tasha K did to me, and by them not being charged for it, and having to come to court and answer to their crimes, I feel like that's keeping me buried alive. And that's why I'm kicking in this casket, hoping that everybody continue to write to the DOJ. Because I do believe that that's the only thing that's going to dig me up. But that's what I was trying to say last night when we was talking, man.
So let me ask you a question, man. Because you mentioned something, and I think it's pertinent. You said answer for their crimes. My question is, why don't they deal with it as a crime? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that with anybody else's situation, when you're tampering with witnesses and everything, they deal with that strongly because it's a federal offense? What is it you think they don't deal with this as a crime?
For one, it's a high-profile crime, and when it's as high-profile as this, it's sort of like let's take just for an example. George Floyd. Just imagine if that wasn't caught on tape. Because that was caught on tape, the whole world shifted. It shook the ethos. Because it was caught on tape, people saw it. They saw it.
Cassie.
Love her to death, naive, like getting high. She likes partying. She liked that. Was the thing. She's a model. She was well taken care of.
Like I was telling you, Panda. So you got Panda Panda is a secret code for a certain thing. And so when it comes down to that certain thing, it's so what it is you basically have a certain nerve in your rectum, and if you touch that nerve, you can turn a person into an animal. You can turn a person into whatever you want them to be if you just hold them down. So pretty much when you see black eyes like Blueface and, you know, shit like that, he got beat up, but he didn't get beat up where you thought he got beat up. He got beat up somewhere else, okay? And so the eyes come out, and they call them panda eyes. And they do this to, so you see people with these cigars, and they're you know, all these big celebrities, they all have the cigar in common. That's that big ass thing between their legs that they're sticking in. And it's one big society.
Master P was supposed to be on the show, and he showed up late, and then Jamie fired him.
While you were there. Mm-hmm. So that was uncomfortable.
Wouldn't even let him on the set.
And so you was like, okay, guess we'll just,
And No Limit pulled up, and we was like, yeah! And Jamie was like, no, nigga, it's been 3 days.
No, 3 days is crazy.
3 days late, nigga?
No, I thought you meant like a few hours. 3 days is actually insane.
Then, you know, go a couple of years forward or go now. And I don't blame him for sticking with his daughter, but his daughter is a very dumb individual, very dumb. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face.
This is my last one for the night, family. This is my last one for the night, family. But I received word from my Howard University Africans. I received word from my Howard University Africans that Vice President Kamala Harris did not return to the forum last night to thank them for their support. If Kamala Harris left Howard University before thanking the students of and Howard University for supporting her and standing with her and allowing her to do her election watch on their campus, then she is completely out of line, disrespectful, and unprofessional. I need my Howard University students to tell me whether or not Kamala Harris returned to the rostrum to thank you all for supporting her in her defeat. If Kamala Harris did not return to the rostrum to thank the Howard University students for supporting her, then she was out of line. That is disrespectful and it is unacceptable. My beautiful sisters of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, my beautiful sisters of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, you need to send your soror a letter. You need to let her know that you did not appreciate her conduct at your school, at your alma mater, and that was a poor representation of what Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated stands for. The Basilisk of AKA needs to send Vice President Harris a letter. The president of Howard University needs to send Vice President Harris a letter. The student government and student organizations of Howard University need to send Kamala Harris a letter. That was wrong. She would have never behaved that way at a PWI. That was wrong. She would have never behaved that way at a PWI. And that shows you that yes, she graduated from Howard, but she doesn't respect Howard. She belongs to AKA, but she doesn't respect AKA. Her membership in your fraternity and her graduating from your university was only a strategy to boost her political ambitions. That's all it was. How dare you come to an HBCU? How dare you come to Howard University, lose the election, and instead of coming out and thanking those Howard University students and alumni in DMV family, Virginia, Maryland family, DC family for standing with you, you just walk out. In other words, black people aren't good enough for an explanation. Black people aren't good enough for a thank you. If Kamala Harris's behavior last night at Howard University doesn't show you who she is, I don't know what is.
It breaks my heart when I see people talk about, and I tell you, if any one of you guys got Puerto Rican friends, when you go over there and you go visit, the first thing they tell you is, my island, my island. Yo, you went to my island? You enjoy they tell me that. Like I'm not from Puerto Rico. They be like, my island, you was there. I see the picture, my island. How the hell are they going to call Puerto Rico an island of garbage? Yes. And when I post on my Instagram, these the guys you voting for, and I see Puerto Ricans saying, no, we're still for Trump. 2024. That's the house mentality. Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's the Latino that wish he was white. Right. Those the guys in the comments. You know what I mean? Change their voice up, try to sound white, try to fill in. Those the guys, you know, those are guys I've been fighting my whole life. Cause they look at me like, you know, what I am. He from the mud. And he don't care because Fat Joe really don't care. I'm good with steak and lobster, but I'm good with 4 chicken wing fried rice. I don't give a You could take mine and I'm still here. I'm good in any hood. That's how I feel.
You know, about a week ago, Tavis Smiley, the journalist, had a program in which he said, we're getting closer to the election. Something crazy always happens in October. How long is it going to be before somebody from that camp uses the N-word? And this was basically the equivalent.
No, this was all right. So I'm smart, but maybe not that smart, right? So I try to figure out what would make these people do this in the middle of New York City. I don't know how they ain't get up in Madison Square Garden.
The one thing about Dorinda and I, we're very much grown-ups.
Yeah.
Yes. And not petty.
I need you two on a cast together.
I know.
Because they're trying to figure out Jersey. Let's bring Dorinda over to Jersey.
You know what a great cast really would be? I think myself, Dorinda, Luann. Ramona.
Oh God, that would be
no,
amazing.
and like bring in a few other people from Jersey.
Yeah,
like
Dolores,
Dolores, a Jen Fessler, because we're all women of a certain age, right? The grown-ups, Melissa, just for like fun, good times. The women of a certain age all together, I think could be kind of funny.
It's filmed in the Lincoln Tunnel. You just go back and forth.
Miss Petty, Mrs. Find me, I'll be super lit. And that's just a fact. But and so I like I always do, I try. That's all I can do is just keep trying. And so tonight I came on and said, Nikki,
do you think all of this is funny?
I promise you I don't have I'm not chuckling at all. And whoever laughing, stop laughing.
No, I'm not talking about them laughing. They can laugh. I'm saying you, without me speaking on anything. Do you think it's all funny?
I promise you everything I do.
How do you feel about yourself?
I feel good.
You feel good?
I feel great, actually. But I feel hurt. No, but I feel hurt.
Do you feel sorry for anything?
Yes.
Do you have remorse for anything?
A lot of stuff.
Oh, okay, so
and I want to take accountability too.
Okay.
I do. I want to take accountability for everything I did and everything I've done, and I want to be a better person, and I want to be a better Bart. Because obviously I did something that has kind of got me outside of VIP, which I'm cool with. I'm happy to just be in here, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what can I do to get back inside of like the real world? Because if you a Barb and you on the phone with
Ray J, you've never done anything to me. You've never disrespected me in any way. You've never done anything wrong to me.
Okay, because I knew I didn't. and I always supported you. And my favorite song in the whole world is the one with you, Wayne, and Drake, where it go, yeah, yeah. You remember it? Like, and then one of my like good like biggest moments career wise was when you reposted that shit, and it got like 500 million views on the story.
What?
When I was in the car and I was playing the song. I mean, you probably repost a lot of people's stuff, but you reposted one of my videos where I was playing your song, and I was happy about it.
Oh, I didn't. I don't remember, but if you did, I appreciate that.
That's what I'm saying.
Support.
Yeah, I think it really happened.
The Beehive chased you a little bit for a little bit.
Where's the Beehive now?
Still
on Twitter. Where? I ain't seen the Beehive in a long time, and I love peace. They don't know I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Love peace. They're my totem. Yeah. We ain't seen them lately though. Have y'all?
Mm-mm.
So, Gilbert told me that story about Drea. He had a lot to say, and I remember in the context, I think we had broken up, and he was like, well, this is what I did, right? Like, I messed with this girl from Philly, and it was this, and that. She only in the car, and blah, blah, blah. What am I supposed to say to that? Besides, I'm young. I'm like, we're young, you know. I'm like, okay, what do you want? We weren't together. What do you want me to say? But I'm not going to tell you what I was doing, but okay. That's what we're doing, okay. And so at the time, they brought her on Basketball Wives. Drea was brought on Basketball Wives as a friend, if I'm not mistaken, to my sister. I remember that was it. And guess what? I liked her because I was like, oh, shit. I like this chick. Like, she's hella cool. She's funny. I had no idea that she was there being Gilbert's jump off. I had no idea. So then when I found out, it was when I was going through some papers at the house and I saw that he had given her $25,000 and brought her to LA. Let me tell you what I did. Miss Laura Govan, the bad girl, at the time, rightfully so. You tell me if you think I love you, but let me tell you.
I was going to say, you don't care anyway.
I don't care. I remember finding the paper. I remember calling my friend and telling her to pick up the kids for me because she was on the emergency. I remember that. And I remember going to where she was filming here in Hollywood down the street. I remember showing up and I was not supposed to be filming. And I walked past everybody and I beat her. And it did not air. They did not want that to air.
You beat up Drea?
I beat Drea.
Suspect stole my name, my haircut, and my city.
Suspect thinks she's the better Whitney.
Suspect should not be running after just giving birth 1 week ago.
Suspect's pissed that we stole the #1 show in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Suspect for bringing her baby to a horror movie.
Suspect can't even be mad because your Botox just kicked in.
Let me prove to you that every female on this motherfucker this morning is worthless. Tell me your worth. I'm gonna send you $100 right now. Fuck it. 200. Don't tell me where you going, what you been doing, how much you got. Nothing like that. That's not your worth. That's your gain. Tell me your worth. $200 right now. I'm gonna wait on you. I want to show that I'm not lying. You're worthless, bitch. Every bitch on here. Give me your fucking word. Don't tell me how much you got, where you going, where you been, what you doing. Tell me your word. You got $200. That's sweet. That's some easy motherfucking money. And I'm gonna do 10 people this morning. Fuck it. Let's go. Give me your worth. Don't tell me what you got, where you going, where you been, what you doing. Give me your worth. And I'm going to show you I'm not a liar. And then once I see somebody, you tell me their worth, then we can go on. Aside from that, you going to just watch me, bitch. Because I don't have nothing to say. Why would I be talking to worthless bitches? Get it? Okay. Let's go. Sit you over there somewhere.
I grew up on Coach. It's what I know. Very
We all did.
Yeah. Everyone's
That's
kind
why I
of
appreciate first class, 'cause I
you can like throw your
rode in Coach
like
for so
snacks
long.
on the floor. Like no one gives a shit back there. First class, you got to be all fancy.
Do you guys even put your seatbelts on back there?
Oh my god! No, like you don't give a shit. People are doing drugs in the bathroom. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Ew. Like JK, but like maybe not. But thank you for watching. But you hating ass bitches always have something to say. Hating ass bitch, but you're still watching my vids. What? You're so upset. But that's like okay, because have a piece of bread, have a Xanax, relax, because I said what I said.